Hey lovies, welcome to my channel, Craft Away with May. I'm May. Welcome to my old and new subbies. I'm so glad to have you all here with me today. As the thumbnail show, we're going to be using the Dollar Tree floating shelves. And before we get started, I just want to let you know I am being joined by my good friend Jenny from Lovely Moments Creating. She will also be bringing you some great ideas using these floating shelves from Dollar Tree, so please stop by. Tell my girl I said hello, and I can't wait to see what she has created for you all because I know it's going to be awesome. But let's go ahead and jump into this first project, lovies. Alright, so what you see I'm doing here is that I had the camera not going, and then when I realized that I was already in the middle of doing what I was doing. And what I'm doing with this first shelf is I'm removing these little lips that's right on the back of the shelves underneath where you hang them. And I needed to remove them because I needed that surface to be flat so it can lay flush with the other floating shelf I have right there. But it wasn't quite doing what I needed to do. There was still a bit of a gap there. So what I decided to do was come in with one of my flat bamboo dowel rods. You can find these on Amazon. They're about 18 inches. I've had them in my stash for some years now. And I just cut that down to size to fit that part of the shelf I need it for. I don't want to say so much stuff all at once. Y'all have to slow myself down to get the words out. It's horrible. So I just go in with a little bit of my Eileen's tacky glue, of course, and some hot glue. Put that in place. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm always sorry for being out of frame. I know. One day we are going to have the perfect video. I promise. Well, it ain't going to be perfect, but it's going to be close to perfect for us. But as for now, it's jacked up. So what I was trying to do here, I took some more of that glue and I adhered the two pieces together as you see there. So I have this idea of making a bench out of these first two shelves. And so also I found this homeward in my stash. And I did originally color it in some green paint, but it was too dark up against that black. I didn't want that, so I did lighten it up with some heavy distressing using some lighter paint. Now, I think the home cutout word did come from Dollar Tree, but if not, it probably would have come from Hobby Lobby. But I think this one is the home. I think this one is the one that comes from Dollar Tree. Either way, either one would work, okay? So it fit perfect right in the center of the floating shelf, so that was awesome. Like, I didn't have to force it or finagle it in any way. It just popped right in there perfect, and I was super excited about that. So I just glued that down, and then I'm just sitting there admiring it because I was so happy I got it straight. So, so next I go in with some of my Tower Tumbling blocks, or TT blocks as I like to call them. And I'm also going to take one of the little miniature cubes you can find at Dollar Tree in the Crafter Square section. I painted them both in black. And these are we're going to put together, and these are going to make the armrests for my bench. I don't know if I said that, but that's what I was trying to make here, a bench, okay? But as we go along here, you will see that I had to shift directions, and it turned out to be more like a sofa, okay? But don't judge me. I did what I had to do in the moment of despair, okay? So I get that tacked on, and it looks really cute at this point. I'm like, this is so cute. Like, you can totally just leave this just like this. You can add candles to it. You can add some florals to it, some greenery, which is what I'm going to be doing here in just a few seconds. So right here, I'm taking one of my little grass sheets that I have in my stash. Now, you can find these at Hobby Lobby, at Walmart, but I happen to have gotten mine from the 99-cent store, in the 99 cent and more store in California before they went out of business. And the price was like somewhere 99 cents and somewhere $1.29. I think this one was a 99-cent one. But again, you can use any type of greenery you have and just cut it down to size. And I'm just literally gluing it to the seat portion of the bench. Then next, I'm going in with these LED candles that my good friend Laura from LCR Moore, Laura's Craft Room, sent me before I moved in. These were new to her Dollar Tree. She shared them with me. I still have not seen them yet, but they brought this project together perfectly. Now, that's pretty much it for this project, but I did decide in the middle it just needed a little bit more of that greenery, so I just popped a few more sprigs in there, guys. And like I said, this is it for this piece, and I think it's absolutely cute. Now, it is a piece that you can display for spring. You could add spring flowers to this. You could add any type of floral to this to make it spring, summer, fall, Christmas, whatever you like. So I really, really love the way that came together. So for our next project, Lovies, I'm just going to take these two floating shelves and I am just going to glue them together back to back. Okay, now this particular one, you can display this in a couple of options here. You can display it just like this as a riser on a table up against a wall. You can also hang this piece once you glue them both together, which I think is super cute. Like, it's so versatile of all the things you could do with this. You can also add two more on the other side and make a full square riser out of them. I think that would be awesome. But what we're going to do today, we're going to put these upright. All right, but before we do that, I'm going to go in with some of this I forget what kind of tape this is. I don't think it's masking tape, but it's the decorative tape. And I just cannot for the life of me remember what it's called. But anyway, it's like really thin. It's like more of a trim. And I just decided to add this in around where the two connected. Now, to be honest, it absolutely did not need it. You know, once that Aleene's Tacky Glue dries, you won't be able to see it. It's going to dry clear. But I just thought, why not, if in the event I decide to switch this up and sit it in a way where you would actually see the whole that whole piece where it connects together. I don't know. It was just a thought and I went with it. So once I get that piece of tape on there, whatever it's called, I'm going in with a couple of appliques. Now, I did get these off of Temu some time ago when I was ordering from them. I do not order from them anymore. Long story there, but I do not order from them anymore. If you do, good for you. No judgment here. We do not judge on this channel. Judge not. All right. So I'm going to add these right at the two corners there, which is going to be the bottom part of this piece, right? And so I really like the way this is looking already, and we haven't really done anything with it, but I was like, okay, it's looking good. All right, so we're gonna keep going. We're gonna use some of these puffy stickers from Dollar Tree. Now, these are the ones that look very vintage, you know, have the old keys and locks on them, and I thought that would be such a cute addition right here. Now, the problem was that the one that I wanted to use had more of a silver tone to it, so I really wanted to use that one. So I decided I would take some of my Rub and Buff, and I'm going to use the colors Spanish Copper as well as some of my antique gold, and I'm just going to alternate between the two, just buffing this little piece out until I get it blended to a place where I think it would be a good, you know, match to the appliques that I put on there. And I gotta tell you guys, once I finished with this, now it didn't take a long time, but I did have to keep going between the two colors to get that kind of perfect blend, if you will. And in the end, it was a close match, guys. It really truly was a close match. I was like, okay, May. So we're gonna take that and put that right in the center, right there. And I gotta tell you guys, this is already looking super cute. Now, I don't know if I mentioned it. I don't think I did. But what we're gonna make is a planter out of these two floating shelves. I keep wanting to call them risers. They're floating shelves. So I go in with some of my little pool noodle there I had cut in half, and I just stuffed it down there in the center, which it fits snug as a bug in a rug. Okay. And I just started adding in floral. Now, these were some just random pieces of florals I had in a bag, and I was like, okay, we're just going to take these and make it work. And this is another example where you can put together a piece like this and you can use it all year round just by switching out the florals, you know, or unless you had something else you want to put on top of there. But it's just such a good transition piece, and I'm all about that as well. So I get them arranged how I want it, but look how cute. It's so cute. It really, 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 really is. Oh my goodness. It's so cute. All right, so, but right up at the top though, those two corners, that was bothering me. It looks, you know, it just was looking bare. I'm like, it needs to have, you know, have a finish to it. And I was almost thinking maybe like a copper colored chain, you know, but I didn't have one in that color. And so what I decided to do was going with some more of those puffy stickers from Dollar Tree, but these were kind of like little metal heads, like the head, like half beads or something like that, or something you would put on like furniture. That's what they reminded me of, and they were like the perfect color match. And I think they tied this piece together perfectly. Now this is truly an adorable piece. It really surpassed my expectations, and I absolutely love the way it came out. I have to say, I think this one may be my favorite of today. I really like this because I just was like, oh, this was way beyond my vision. It's so cute. It almost looks leather. Like, I don't know. It's just cute to me. But we're going to jump into our next project right here, Lovies. And you guys can let me know how you feel about today's project. So we're taking this tag from Dollar Tree now. It's one of those tags that they bring out every year during when they bring out the beach decor. I'm just staining it using some of my burnt umber paint. That is my stain of choice, although it is not a stain. I just like the way it looks when you mix it with a little bit of water and apply it to wood. So next, what you see I'm doing right here is I am just measuring out using some painter's tape where I need to put my holes. And so I'm going to put that same tape down on this sign just to make sure I get them lined up correctly, because I don't want it too low to the bottom and I don't want it too high up. So I'm now taking another piece of masking tape, and I really don't know why I decided to do this like that, but I think what I was thinking, if I had to guess at what I was thinking, I needed to add something to the back. So I'm taking these medium-sized tower tumbler blocks that you can get from Five Below, and I'm putting those on the back, and I think that's where the tape came in, but I realized like I can't put them over the tape because it was a whole thing. And so I really didn't need to do that. I just need to have a ruler to make sure I had them in place. But this was how I chose to do this and make my life more difficult. If, you know, that's just how it goes. A day in the life of May. So I'm taking the two tower tumbling blocks, adding them to the back, just putting some hot glue on there because I am going to use those so when I hammer in the nails, they will go through. But they won't, you know, poke out all the way. All right, so once I get them tacked on the back, I also take a third one and place it right up the top there. So when it's hanging up against the wall, it doesn't hang, like poke out, you know, like stick out or whatever. So right here, I'm just taking the screw that came with this with the floating shelf, and I'm just starting a pilot hole. I did try to drill this in off camera, but of course it started to split the wood and it wouldn't go through the tower tumbling block. So I was like, okay, that's way more work than I wanted to put in. So we're just gonna keep these pilot holes going, and we're just gonna hammer these little things up, or you know, we're gonna hammer nails in there instead of putting screws. That's what we're gonna do. And that's what you see happening right here. So I give it a little bit of a tap, and then I start taking out all my days, you know, issues on it, like just banging away. So it fits on there nicely, so I really like that, and I really love the way this is coming together. I love the color of the two together. So next, what I'm doing right here is I'm taking one of my this rub-on transfer sheet that I got from Essential Stencil, and I cut out one of the floral pieces on there that had a bee sitting in it, and I thought that picture would look so cute right at the top of that hanging sign, and it did not disappoint, you guys. It did not disappoint. I was like, this is cute. I should just leave this just like this. This is cute. It really is. So once I apply the pressure to rub it on, it comes off perfectly. You just remove that backing and it's on the surface. I love it. So right here, I'm taking one of my macrame rings that I also painted in the color black, and I'm just going to put that right over the hole there. And that's just to give this piece some dimension, you know, some character, to blend it with that shelf and really make that hole noticeable. So once I do that and I get everything going, I got the hanging string placed back on there. I'm going in now with this floating shelf, and of course I'm gonna oh no, I removed the lips from this one too, and then what am I doing now? Oh, just dusting it off, I guess. I don't know. All right, so yeah, okay, here we go. We're back in business. So we're adding our glues, as we often do. And that's just to help hold it in place because the screws, not screws, but the nails were quite small. There is some excessive glue, but I do scrape that off. And also note that, you know, Alias glue, once it dries, it does dry clear. But anyway, I really like that. So I decided, once I got that all put together, and yes, I did not cover the bag. You guys know the rule. Don't be looking behind my stuff, man. Mind your business, y'all. Yeah, I have no business looking behind my stuff. So then I go in and I add one of these burlap bows. Now, I don't think this is one of my Kathy Jo bows. I think I pulled this off of something else. It was actually sitting in my little cart, and I just reached over and grabbed it. I was like, oh, that look cute. Here, let's put it on. So I get that tacked down with some hot glue on either tail there. And then, what do I do next? Oh, okay. So I had this little, it's a jewelry holder, I think a ring holder, and I got from Dollar Tree, and I thought it was super cute. And so I was like, oh, I should put one of my little birds on there, and that's what I did. And that's literally it for that. I was like, this is really cute. Now you could totally use this to hang your rings on, or just keep it as a nice little decorative piece. I do add a candle to it and some florals, and you guys will see that in just a few seconds, because here we are with the final reveal, lovies. If you are still here riding with me, thank you so much. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. As I often say, you know, it would not be a Craft Away with May channel if it wasn't for you all coming back to ride with me each week. I appreciate it. I sincerely and truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting, because you guys know how I feel about those comments. Keep them coming. I love to chat with you guys after each video. You know that they are always desired, never are they required, for that very reason. And I just love hanging out with you guys, lovies. And don't forget, I am in collaboration with my girl Jenny from Lovely Moments Creating, so make sure you stop by so you can get some more ideas for these floating shelves. I know y'all got some laying around somewhere. All right, and also, lovies, let me know if you had a favorite of today. I don't know, it's hard for me to pick. I really liked all of these. I didn't know where I was going with any of them, but I absolutely love how each and every one of them turned out. So I want to hear from you, lovies. You gotta let me know, you know, how did I do with the floating shells from Dollar Tree? Okay, are you gonna go get you some? Are you gonna go pull them out your stash? Let me know. Tell me. Let's talk about it. All right. Stop by, tell Jenny I say hey. And until the next video, lovies, be safe, be kind. Hugs and kisses. XOXO. Bye.